we gonna have a good time and keep you in the know. Let all your trouble go. In the know, in the know, in the know. In the know, in the know, in the know. In the know, in the know, in the know.
That's it. Hey everybody, I am your girl, Michellita Taylor, on the In the Know radio show on this beautiful Saturday. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am back live in the studio, and listen, I think spring is here to stay. Thank you, Jesus. We can plan what to wear for the week now. One day it might be summer, the next day it might be winter, but I think now we have a pretty good rhythm for us to be able to plan appropriately some beautiful outdoor activities, and hopefully wherever you are in Jacksonville, Florida or beyond, you are enjoying this season. This is the season of blooming. This is that time of year for you to say, hey, I have laid the foundation. Now it's time for me to bloom. And whatever that blooming looks like for you today, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's in business, whether it's in your faith, listen, I just want to encourage you to bloom where you are planted starting today. And so listen, today's show, I am so excited about this queen. We connected back in 2024, way back in December 2024, wow. Such a long time ago. And her incredible event, and I told her I gotta have you on the show, and baby's been busy, okay? Mama has been booked and busy, and you will know exactly what I'm talking about as I read her bio. This is Lady C, that's how I will refer to her for our interview today, but her government name is Chandra Denise, okay, also known as Lady C. She is also a native of Jacksonville, Florida. Duval, stand up. Listen, we have some heavy hitters in our city, and so I'm so grateful that she is also a resident and a citizen from the Bangum, Jacksonville, Florida. She's an international and national multi-award winner and a contemporary gospel hip-hop artist. Listen, the music we're going to play today, you're going to be blessed. Her assignment is to awaken a movement to believe in God. She is a teacher, preacher, trainer of leaders, and a serial businesswoman who strives for the spirit of excellence in her kingdom assignment. Lady C demonstrates in the vein of God to reach the masses through her music. Since her musical career launched, she has been nominated for over 60 awards. In addition, showcasing on many prestigious stages like the Newsom Awards, Antigua, Barbuda, Gospel Music Awards, the Rhythm of Gospel Music Awards, the J. Williams CHH Hall of Fame, and many, many more. She has been featured with artists such as James Fortune on the BET channel, with Dr. Jamal Bryant, on the Dr. Jamal Bryant Show, with the Boykins Girl. Lady C also shared platforms and has been with legends such as the Dr. Bobby Jones, Kirk Franklin, Ricky Dillard, Dr. James Patterson, Everett Drake, and J.J. Harrison. Her music and story were a 3 times, not one, not two, but a 3-time cover feature in the Emerging Black magazine, a Christian music entertainment, and Scars of Survival magazine. That's 3 magazines, y'all. In April 2025, that's this year, she will be on the cover of the feature of Black Business Expo USA magazine. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Wow. She also spends time mentoring, amongst all those things, everybody. She spends time mentoring independent artists, offering them platforms to showcase their talents. She, too, is a part of the Archifella, did I say that right? Archifella record label family under the direction of Dr. Archie Harrison, CEO and Things on the Rise. Her single coming out, which we're gonna hear today, featuring Prosper Prince, yes, and Dejan the Hype, hit number 1 twice on the Urban Influencer VSC music chart. Lady C continues to impact lives, and there is much, much more to come with the queen of holy hip hop. Listen, clap it up for Lady C. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Look, there goes the applause. There it is. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you so much
for being here today. Yes. I have been excited about this interview for a very long time. You know how you come in contact with just people that they have that genuine, intentional, connective spirit, and you are a selfless person. At Kiss My Grits event that took place in December, where I was able to kind of co-host the open mic night with DJ Will. Yes. Just the first time that we connected, you just exuded giving. You just exuded the passion to want to connect with other people. And it makes, it's of no surprise in reading your bio of all of the rewards because of that spirit that you have. So I want to give you your flowers right now and say thank you. Listen. Thank you for saying yes. Yes. We forget sometimes, I've talked to my guests about that. We do forget because we're in the thick of it, and we just get up and go, and we continue to say yes, and we listen to the Lord, and we heed the call. We're passionate for people, and it's not until moments like this where we stop and say, I did all of that, and I am doing things, because we can be so hard on ourselves and feel like we're not doing enough. I need to be doing this too, when really we just need to reflect more on the things that we've already done, the people we've already reached out to, and give ourselves an opportunity to be filled up again, to go out and do whatever God has promised next. So yes. I know, you got me in tears. You cried, y'all. Yes! Tears are flowing. It's only been 5 minutes.
I just don't hear it. Like you say, I just do it. And to hear it, I'm like, is that me? Someone just called me, God bless him. It was a pastor I love so dearly, Pastor David Williams. We lost him last year. And he told me, you have the Harriet Tubman spirit. I wanted him to say something deep from the Bible, like, okay, you hear that Paul spirit, but he says you carry like a Harriet Tubman spirit. And I have embraced that even the more. This thing started so young in my life, and I know my purpose, and it is a selfless journey for me. And I have moments where I'm like, you need to be a little bit more selfish, but I'm just not built that way. But I have learned now how to take care of self, as I help others.
I think that's the difference. It is definitely shifting that mind, because some people do, you're selfish, you're just always doing for you. No, I'm becoming self-full.
That's right.
So I can be more beneficial to other people.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. And that's what I've learned in this, especially this last year and a half, how to take care of me, because I know my mission. I know what God has assigned me to do. So in order to do that, I have to holistically, not just in one area, because sometimes we focus on just one area, but I have to learn how to take care of my health, my mental health. I have to rest, I have to eat right, I have to exercise, I have to move, I have to do so much. And to embrace that so that I can be able to continue to give. Because I have a lot to give.
You do, we know. We heard. And it's so interesting because it's a pattern, right? Where we see people who have these incredible bios and all of these gifts and talents, and it's like, but there's so much, and like the Bible says, too much is given, much is required. And thankfully, you're one of those people who have found and maybe are still finding that good orbit. There was a term oftentimes people would use as balance. Pastor Mike Jr., he said something on the Tamron Home one time show, because she asked him this question about how do you balance everything? How are you able to be a pastor and a husband and a father and an artist? And he said, well, I don't think it's balance. I think it's more orbiting, because everything is up, right? Everything is important, but some things, their motion may shift to seem to be getting a little bit more sunlight, a little bit more attention at the time. And I can see that that's probably a way that you're kind of moving right now. She just flew in everybody from the baseball field. Because not only is she an artist and a wife and a mom, she has children that she's adopted, and now there's Saturday baseball. Which is incredible.
So true. And I'm so glad you mentioned that, because I teach that a lot in reference to balance. I'm like, to me, I love that analogy you gave, but it's about what's a priority right now. That's how I look at life. That is what's going to get my attention, and then I'll move on to what's next.
Yes.
So I love the way you presented that.
Oh,
That
I
is
love
so
so
true.
when he said that, I was
Mhm.
like, it's true because nothing falls, because balancing means something's up and the other's down.
All
I mean, there is sometimes that weight in the middle that helps it to
Mhm.
seem symmetrical, but the idea is it's all up. It's
Yes.
still, you gotta still do it.
exactly.
And that kind of takes some, for me, it helped take some pressure off
Right.
to say that, okay, you gotta keep everything at 50-50 balance. And it's like, but that's
It's
not,
not a
I
reality.
can't do it. I'm
It's
one
not.
person. Yeah.
It's not. I'm just grateful to God. I am who I am because of him. And I just have to pause and just say thank you, Lord, for every opportunity, all that he's given me, and even finding me worthy. That is something that is to be honored when God can choose you. Why are you making me cry today?
It's the Lord. He's allowing you to see you, I believe, the way he sees you. And that's a beautiful thing when we can have that moment of like pause to say, wow, Lord, a person like me gets to do all of these things.
Yes.
And because he trusts you.
It's overwhelming right now for some reason, but he chose me, and I don't take that lightly. You may not have heard my story, but I was in a very toxic and unhealthy relationship, which left me paralyzed. So doctors told me I never walk, talk. I wouldn't be able to sing. I used to wrestle and play with my children. I couldn't play or wrestle with them anymore. I went to college to study criminal justice, got on to the sheriff's office, could not do that anymore. My life, just like Will Smith says, my life was turned upside down. And I couldn't do those things. I couldn't move. I was laid on my back, people bathing me, feeding me. And so that's why when I say God chose me, it was him that miraculously healed me and gave me a second chance. And I plan on for the rest of my life moving intentionally in the will and direction he will have me to go. And that is to be impactful, to empower, to enrich, to enhance, to build. That's just who I am. I am. So here I am. I say this often. I'm moving by his power.
Yes.
It's his grace that has allotted me. And since he's done that, the road has not been easy, but I see him in every step of the way to where I am now, a serial business owner.
Come on.
You know, I have mentors. I am all over the world. God keeps opening up doors. Now he's giving me favor with the city, the mayor's office. They know my name. They're giving me substance. It is so much that God has trusted me with, and I love him so much.
Yes.
And I have to glorify him.
Yes.
I don't know about nobody else.
We got to give it up. It's because of him.
Yes.
And you said you knew at a young age. Tell me how old you are, and how did you know at that young age that God had called you to greatness?
Thank you so much for asking. I was getting ready to go to surgery. They found a mass on my chest. And they thought it might have been cancer or something, but it was just an overbuild of cartilage. And I'll never forget, I grew up in church, parents, pastors, so I sung in the choir, I did everything in ministry. I had a pillow and blanket because they stayed there 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's how it was.
We tearing Jesus.
I'm telling you, you got homework, bring it with you. Like, this is where we're gonna be.
That part. And so having that experience, so I grew up in the faith. And it wasn't until I was 16 years old and I had prepared for surgery. That's when I had a one-on-one with him, as if now your parents groom you in this thing, but now you're being developed in this thing. You're now going to have that personal one-on-one relationship with me. So I was a little nervous about the surgery. After surgery, I'll never forget, I progressed well. It wasn't cancer or something dangerous. So a few weeks after that, I was in the bathroom, and we used to love to mimic people in church. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
You know, my sisters were the audience in the choir. My brother was the preacher. I was a praise and worship leader, and we would play church. And so I was in the bathroom alone, and I was, because I used to be speaking in tongues, playing and imitating people. Something overcame me.
Come on, Shirley Caesar. Did not Shirley say that?
I don't know.
Oh, Shirley has a story. She talked like that. She said, we was playing one day, but one day I wasn't playing anymore.
I was in the bathroom. And my brother needed to go. We had only one bathroom. We were very poor at the time. And he was like, Mom, Chandra is playing again. She's bigging at people. And so my mom, she knew how to open the door because I had locked it. She peeked in and she said, she's not playing. Come on. My mom said I was on the floor and I was just crying and I was speaking in tongues at the age of 16 years old.
Wow.
And I gave my life to the Lord in the bathroom. And then from there, it went to a dream where I dreamed that I was around, when I say 10,000 of people, and I thought God was going to use me in the gospel ministry to preach and teach. So when I saw myself, I was about 17 years old. I began to elevate out of all these 10,000 people. And as I was elevating, my garments turned white. And I stood around the whole arena and I just did this and I woke up from it.
Wow.
That's the day that I knew that something big was going to happen in my life. I just wrote something the other day because I know I need to encourage somebody right now. We're often just so consumed with planting and so consumed with the flowers and seeing things bloom. I heard you say that. But people need to know that before any of that can happen, the rain must come. And I had some rainy days. You hear me? I had a lot of pain. If anybody would have told me in order to be all of this and to do all of this, that it was going to come.
The cost. Yes.
The cost of the oil. If anybody would have told me, I would have said, man, I'll pass this.
I'm good.
I'm good. Listen, I'm just happy with just singing on the praise.
There you go.
But God needed more.
Yes.
And he needed more from my life. And what I went through, just domestic violence, being homeless after that with 3 girls living in a van in front of Walmart. Promised on my daughters that I'll never go back to that pain again. Going from there to a shelter. From the shelter, they told me I extended my time. Then I was forced to live in a hotel. It was a lot. And taking on the responsibility of raising 3 girls, didn't know I was not the provider of the home because I depended on the main provider. Just starting on my life over again. I went back to college.
Wow.
Got my degree, ended up going back, getting 3 degrees.
Oh, come on
Just last year I got my doctorate.
Come on.
I started all over again. And that was the beginning. After the rain, the planting.
Let's pause right there.
Sure.
I want us to marinate on that because, and I'm so glad you said what you just said, because there is a cost and there are those seasons of trial.
That's correct.
That we feel like, because I can resonate with that, where we feel like we're being punished, we're being left out. Maybe we misread or we misquote felt what we felt God was going to do in our lives because now all this trouble is coming.
Yes.
And it would cause a person to doubt, to feel defeated, to go in a different direction, to say, well, I must have missed it because clearly this isn't a part of his plan when it's exactly because he knows the method.
He does.
To the madness necessary to build the character, the fortitude, and the faith to be able to go to that next level. So you had to, as I segue, walk through.
Listen.
She had to walk through some things. And Lady C got a song. We're going to go ahead and kick off with our first song. Tell us about this song.
Wow.
Walk through.
Listen, shout out to the 2025 Love Tour, to the facilitator and host, the visionary Danette Elkins, all the way from Kansas. She's actually originally from Duval.
Come on, see? Duval.
Yes.
Got it.
Listen, God gave her this vision, and the name of the book, this comes from her book. It's called Walk Through It.
Okay.
But it consists of different authors who begin to tell how they walked through it, how they didn't stop, they didn't pause, they didn't complain. It wasn't easy, but they endured it. Yes. And so when she told me that she wanted to do this tour, she said, I wanted you to be a part of this book. Your story needs to be in this book. well, with my schedule, we never ever got together. And she's like, man, I know God told me to let you be a part of this, and I just didn't know what.
Yeah.
But we missed it. And then after we connected, she said, listen, the Lord told me to make you the headliner of the tour. I'm like,
Wow.
bless God. And thank God we have now 12 states and we're still adding.
Wow.
And so I said, well, why don't I come up with a song that would complement this? And it just all come together like a cake. And so walkthrough is just a message to tell people, listen, this thing called life that we're lifing,
Right.
we don't know what's gonna come. You've heard the storm, the billows roar, you know what I mean? Satan and all his attacks, abandonment, rejection, hurt from people, whatever is coming our way, we've got to walk through it and endure, knowing that God himself, he has our back, knowing that he's never going to leave us or forsake us. And at the end, if we keep walking, see, there is a distraction when we stop.
Yes.
When we halt, we don't understand that is the work of the enemy. We'll want to give up, we'll want to throw in a towel, we don't want to be bothered, we want to shut the door, go under the covers, sleep in the dark. Stopping is so dangerous.
Yes, it is.
And
it's a delay.
Come on.
It delays.
It's only because of all that God has for us.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get the breakthrough.
Come on.
So
let's get through this.
And one thing I was saying this week, I love to encourage people in walking. All of our walk is not going to be the same.
Right.
Listen, when I go to the gym sometime, I see this gentleman on a treadmill. I'm like, oh my God, this man has to be 70. And look at the speed. Man is at 4 point, and I'm at 2.9. Like, oh my God. But our journey is not the same. Our walk is not the same. But the key thing is we're walking.
That's right. Movement.
Come on, we've got to keep moving. Jesus was an example for us. And he lived through it, and he let us know that, you know, as he is, so are we, and we're going to get through this. So that's what that song is about, inspired by the walkthrough tour. I want everybody to just move and keep moving. You will never know what is in store for you if you stop.
And you're closer than you think. Enjoy this song, Walkthrough.
Bless you.
Yeah. What's up, Will? What's up?
This is the first time they're hearing it.
What?
Your show.
Left, right, left, right. Hey, hey, hey.
Walking.
Hey, walk through. Hey, walk through. Walk through. Hey, hey. Now, do you write? Do you write all the lyrics?
I do write.
Okay.
My daughter also co-writes.
Okay.
And sometimes her friend, the producer, writes for inputs as well.
They were at the event. Were they at the event?
They were there.
Okay, okay.
They actually performed.
Oh yeah, I thought they did. Hey.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Hey. 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 Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. You gotta send me the information about her book. Send me the information about her book.
Okay. Yes.
Hey, hey.
And she's looking for authors to tell their stories as well.
Oh, really?
The next volume.
Okay.
And then you will go on a tour.
Oh, wow. Okay. Give him praise while you walk through. Woo, that's the part right there. Praising him in the storm.
Yes.
Woo.
And that's what we come to.
Hey.
These hills were made for walking, devil be walking all over you. These hills were made for walking.
Yeah.
Walking.
Hey.
You never been saying when you're walking.
Hey, hey. I love it. It's a winner.
Thank you so much.
So when we come back, we're going to talk about after your encounter with the Holy Spirit.
Glory.
If it's that I wasn't playing anymore, he's on the inside now. And how your journey into becoming Lady C began.
Yes.
How
It's
you knew it
funny.
wasn't about the worship leading anymore. That's still a part of it, but this is still worship.
Yes.
Hey, and that was Walk Through by Lady C. Hopefully you was turned up in the car like we was in the studio. A couple of lines in that song that was just performed by her, praising him in the storm.
Yes.
Praising God while you're going through. Give somebody a quick word, quick, like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, of the benefits of praising while in the storm.
Wow. Lord, I thank you.
And there's a benefit.
There is a benefit. There's always a benefit. And as you were saying earlier, you will never know that benefit unless you continue to praise him through the storm. You know, walking is something that we all have the ability to do.
Yeah.
And sometimes the enemy want to blind your thought and to confuse your mind and to make your spirit feel like you cannot.
Right.
But I just want to tell somebody, you can today.
Yes.
Yes, you can. All you have to do is put one feet in front of the other. Now, if it's not your feet, then you have to put one good thought in front of another
Ooh,
thought.
that's good.
And let the enemy know that this is not the end of my story. This is just part of the story in order to get to a happy ending.
I love it.
Because that's where I am right now. I'm living in my happy ending. And I just want, listen, I'm going to do this live here in Jacksonville. At the Love Tour is going to be here in Jacksonville, April the 25th and 26th.
Okay.
It's going to be a live video. I would love for everybody to come out and be a part and help me walk. And I want to show you just how to walk.
Honey, we can wear our heels.
You can wear
our
your
boots,
cowboy hat.
cowboy hats, all the things as we walk through.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for that, and hopefully you were encouraged by that quick word. So before the break, you were telling us about your story and how you at 16 had to go into surgery, and then you had the encounter with the Holy Spirit for real, and that was just that moment of enlightenment when you knew that God had a major plan for your life. And I am curious. Because you said you were raised in the church, worship leading, all of that, but you're an MC now. Baby's an MC, and she is everything. So tell me, how did this come to fruition?
When I tell you God is funny, he is so funny.
I love it.
At 50 years old,
Baby said 50.
I was not even interested in rap. Didn't know how to rap. So I'm going to tell you how it happened. I always was a lyricist, so I'm always writing songs as a praise and worship leader and director in plenty of ensembles around the city. I wrote a song, and I said, okay, I'm going to sing this song one day. I'm going to record it. So one night I was asleep, and I was with my ex-husband at the time, and God had given me the song over 20 years ago. I wrote it out, and I said, I'm going to sing it. So while I'm in my sleep, this Holy Spirit, I tell you, he is something. So I get a beat in my head, and now this song of worship turns into a rap song in my sleep. So I got up and I woke up my partner. I said, "You got to hear this. You got to hear this." And he was like, "I said, I got this rap." He said, says, what do you mean? You get ready to wrap Christmas gifts? Because it was December. I'll never forget it. It was December.
Oh my
On
God.
Christmas, I'm like, no. And so it wasn't until my daughters came home, they were teenagers at the time, and I could not wait till they get there, because I'm singing this song all day. I said, y'all gotta hear this. So I started singing the song to them. It was like, they were, Mom, you got something. Okay. So I said, okay, I'm gonna pursue this. Went into the studio for the first time as a solo, dropped this song, and it has not stopped since. Wow. And here I am now. They call me the queen of holy hip hop.
Oh my God.
And I've traveled the world as a Christian hip hop gospel artist.
Never too late.
Never too late. 50.
Having an ear to God for Him to remind you there is still more.
And it may be different from what you have.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not saying that God is a God that changes his mind, but I need you to know that sometimes God will adapt to the environment. And he knew what I had in me, but he needed me to bring it another way, in order to get to the masses.
Right.
So sometimes don't get stuck with what he told you. You still have to be in tune to what he's telling you right now.
And nothing is ever wasted.
It's never wasted.
Nothing is ever wasted.
Never wasted.
Everything that you had, the foundation to build upon this
Exactly.
was exactly what was necessary. So yeah, we may think it's a changing of mind, but it's an evolving of a plan.
Absolutely.
He already knew. He know how this world going to end up. He
That's
knew
right.
who's going to be here, when they're going to be here, and what voices need to be heard in order to impact and to empower other people. So but I love it. Listen, if you're out there and you have a dream and you're over 50, go for it.
That's right.
It is not too late.
That's right.
God is a redeemer of time.
Yes, he is.
He will renew our strength. He will renew our youth like the eagle, as long as we're putting him first and trusting him. He can use, we can do anything.
Anything.
We really can. I'm so glad you're here during this time.
I know.
I have to be honest, sometimes when you raise in the church and then you get into just, whether it's your work or your family and just life, we can sometimes forget how we need to direct our attention when things go wrong. And you said multiple times, we have to tell the enemy, the devil. We have to address the enemy. And sometimes we get caught up in thinking it is that person, it is me, I did something wrong. When the Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, it's the enemy. And these types of lyrics and lyricists like you in these songs, they really help to center and focus us to be able to say, wait, that's right.
That's right.
It ain't me, it's not me, it's the devil.
Exactly.
And we need to address him as such.
Amen.
And remind him of his place. So you're right on time.
Yes.
You are right on time.
And that's what the heel was made for walking, although you see the high heel. But remember, we bruise the enemy with our feet.
That's it.
And keep walking. If we're not moving these heels, what are we doing? He does not want you to keep going.
Yeah.
That's where he gets us. So just keep moving. I'm all about it.
I love it. So at 50, you became a lyricist.
I did.
What was the first song that you wrote
Wow.
that you saw really have a major impact in the community?
I think God's Got My Back was one of the ones that made a great impact. That's when a record label, Archerfellow Records, Dr. Archie Harrison, the owner, picked it up. But my favorite song that too many people haven't heard it is called Hellraiser. Because I feel like that's who I am. A lot of people, when you hear the word, oh, she raising hell, it's negative.
Right.
But God has sent me to snatch souls from hell.
Yes.
That's who I am. I will go to the trenches and to the fire to help pull people out to be better, do better, have better. That's just who I am. So Hellraiser, I think is impactful when people hear it.
Yeah.
I had someone, when I sung that song, I went into, you could call it, I don't know if it's a club or a junk. I was invited to sing, and I did Hellraiser. And so people were like, man, if y'all are doing this in church, I need to go tomorrow. I'm going to church tomorrow. Sign me up. The DJ actually was playing that night. He said he stopped playing after he heard me that night doing Hellraiser and went back to the church and became a minister of music in his church.
Come on.
So to me, that was one of the most impactful songs is Hellraiser. I haven't released that out yet, but it was actually the very first song that I wrote when I woke up in the middle of the night. But God's Got My Back is a good one, and now everybody's loving Coming Out.
Yeah.
They're loving that.
That's what we're going to listen to next. I want to know, I want to kind of get in your mind a little bit. What is that process? Is it prophetic? Is it inspired in a moment? Do you have like a certain writing pad or a room that you go to? Do you have a process? What is that look like?
I am so glad you asked that, because most artists, they always get the beat and then write the lyrics. I tell you, I'm so weird. I call it unique. I say weird, but I'm unique. I write the lyrics, then I'll go look for a beat, and everybody's like, that is so hard. But it is definitely inspired by the Holy Ghost or through an experience that I'm going through. One of the songs that everybody loves around the world, I'm going to sing you that one. It's called Let 'Em Talk.
Okay.
At the time, you know, being a pastor, being a worship leader, at the time being that pastor's wife, when I talked about doing hip hop, that didn't go over well.
Oh yeah.
Like, what is she doing?
Oh yeah. The world. That's the devil's music.
Come on.
That's the devil's music. You're not saved. That's the devil's music.
I was getting so much flack, and then those like me, like, you're too old. What are you doing? This is not. And I was so discouraged. I was about ready to hang up my heart.
Wow.
I was about to hang up the heart.
Wow.
And then that's when someone told me, say, let them talk. And I said, okay, let them talk. Let them talk. I don't know about them. No way they know about them. I wrote the song called Let 'Em Talk. So it's been inspired through experiences, and just the Holy Spirit will download a thought. And they're all, I think all of my songs, I've been told, are encouraging, motivating. But
Because the lyrics are important.
it
Sometimes that is
is.
the tracks. Even, you know, those, we listen to all types of music, right? And we'll say, oh, I like it for the beat, but the beat comes with the spirit.
It does.
It comes with more than just the frequency and all those different types of things.
Exactly.
And so for you to say, no, the words are the most important thing.
Exactly.
And I believe there'll be a beat that'll couple it and complement that.
Yes,
That says a lot about how you value what God has given you to do.
I do. And you'll hear some of even the scriptures.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull a word in some of my lyrics. It's gonna be the truth. Even when sometimes my daughter and people will help me with some of the lyrics, they give some input. I'm like, I ain't feeling that. You know, because it has to be truth. It has to be the word, you know, and it has to be, because the message is important. Just like you said, it is the message.
That's what's gonna change you.
There you go.
That's what's gonna make the difference. The music is the anesthesia.
There you go.
For the surgery, because the word is gonna cut it.
It's gonna,
But that music's like, oh, that's okay, all right. But that word comes like, oh, I wasn't prepared. But the music it helped. But now I know this is the work.
exactly.
This is the purpose. Let's hear another song. Let's hear Coming Out.
Okay.
Let's hear Coming Out. Tell us a little bit about Coming Out. I know that you said that was the second one, I think, after Hellraiser. That was really a soundtrack somewhat up to your career starting out.
Yeah, that's actually the one that has made the charts twice now. It was one time.
I feel like you just posted about that.
I did.
Yeah.
It just hit the #1 chart again. Coming Out was kind of inspired by the owner of my record label. He had a play on Coming Out from Diana Ross.
Okay.
I think that's who sung the song.
I'm coming.
There we go.
I want the world to
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, listen, I'm coming out too, because I was in a situation where, you know, like I said, the unhealthy relationships, going through some health challenges. They had found polyp in my intestines that was, what they call it, early stage cancer. They caught it in the nick of time. It was so much going on. I had lost my identity. And so I had to get back to a place of loving me again. That's where all the workout start coming in and the eating right and taking time out to myself. And a fresh wind came on my life. Once I came out, I wanted everybody to come out. We all coming out. It is not going to take you down, and it's not going to take you out.
That's right.
Our songs are kind of corny.
Yeah.
But it's not going to take you out.
We're surviving.
Yes.
We're surviving and thriving through all of the hardship and pain, regardless of what it looks like. Because I believe T.D. Jakes said it, either you're in a storm,
or you're what?
Coming out of a
That's
storm,
it.
or
What?
going into
There
it.
you go.
So we have to make a decision
Yes.
how we're going to handle life in those moments.
Yes.
And so coming out is a beautiful way of celebrating.
Keep the hope.
Yes, keep that hope
Keep
alive.
that faith alive. Yes.
Here is Lady C's coming out. Hey, 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 coming out of that. Coming out. Hey, hey, I love it.
I said it. Yeah, till the time it didn't break.
Oh,
Something
oh,
more than I
oh,
feel crazy.
oh,
I
oh.
just change everything, stay the same.
Hey,
The same head cats.
hey. This music is good, ladies. See, this is some good music.
Thank you.
You are such an inspiration. Because we limit God because of the world's limits on us in terms of society and age and, and it's like, no, I am still here and I have a lot to still share and to deposit into this earth. So this is great. This is good.
To God be the glory.
Yeah. Hey.
Now this is my music producer who jumped on here, Prosper Prince.
Hey. Hey.
Heartache coming up.
Hey. 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 Now, where do you record your music?
Yes, at Green Team Media
Green
Studios.
Okay.
Yes, it's in Jacksonville, and I've also done some work with DJ Maine
Okay.
out there on Atlantic Boulevard. It's
Okay.
actually my nephew.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. I love right here.
Yeah.
Now, are we going to be doing some more open mic
Yes, we're definitely
events?
doing it.
Okay. So when we come back in after this song, we'll talk about some things that you have coming up.
Beautiful.
What are some, where should we find you?
Okay.
How can we support you?
Okay.
And then we'll do the walkthrough song. The hour go by so fast.
It does.
Like it's almost 12:45. I can't believe it. Oh, hope y'all have been enjoying the show. Ladies, see, y'all need to get her music. Like, it's so good. So hey. Hey. You got the voice. Like your voice is so for this genre of music.
And guess what?
You didn't feel that at
When
first.
I was down, then not only did I lose mobility, I have the scars here to prove it. I got a metal plate in my neck. I don't have bones. Then they script my vocal cords on both sides.
So we got to talk about that. I'm a speech therapist, so I can only imagine what you had to go through to recover that sound. And even now, there's probably some exercises and things that you just have to do regularly in order to feel confident to say that, wow.
Because I'll have that hoarseness, that raspiness, I'll wake up with it.
Wow. Wow. You're a good steward of it though. You've been a good steward of what is still there, and the changing that you had to go through. I can go one and
I'm hitting notes I never hit before.
commercials, y'all. We almost back. And that was Coming Out by Lady C. Oh, I know y'all enjoyed that because we definitely enjoyed that here in the studio. And during the break, I was telling Lady C that her voice is so signature for this type of genre. And she began to share with me just the testimony of her voice and just how God, despite the trauma that your voice really endured, the healing that it endured, and the newness that you had to kind of walk in with this new sound, how all of that was a part of the plan. It was a part of the plan. God is so good. It was. And even now, you're able to kind of share what's inside. You said you have a...
Yes, I have a metal plate in my neck. I don't have bones here inside in C6 and C7. I have a metal plate.
Wow.
Yes.
Because of the surgery. Tell us about the surgery.
Yeah. Well, they said because I had so many years of being choked by my partner,
Jesus,
the bones in my neck were crushed. That's what left me in the state that I was in, and so and he was so fast.
Oh God.
But anyway,
another conversation.
Another conversation with that. I got a book coming out called The Cry of a Pastor's Wife. Yeah, so they had to repair me. The doctor said that this was the worst herniated disc he's seen in 26 years of his medicine. He told my family, I'm not sure if she's going to walk, do whatever. I'm just going to try to go in and clean it up. So they took out the bones and put a metal plate there. And I'll never forget when I was in recovery, my mom walked in. And when my mom speaks to you, you better answer because they told she's not going to talk. So much damage that it damaged my vocal cords. They had to strip my vocal cords on both sides. So I lost my voice, my mobility, I lost everything. But when my mom walked in that room and she said, Chandra, I said, ma'am, I knew there had to be my spirit. I answered her and my mom just cried.
The fact, because the sound came out.
Yes. The
It
sound
came out where they said it would not.
It did.
The enemy tried to steal your voice.
She did.
Oh my God.
Down. Shut me down in all kind of facets and ways.
Literally and figuratively.
He has. I love it.
Ooh.
Love what he said. Absolutely.
But he was defeated.
He was.
And as he always will be.
I remind him of my scars. I do.
Beautiful scar.
I look like Jesus.
Oh, beautiful. With the voice of an angel.
Yeah. He knows I never could before. It's all God.
And now you really set up multiple platforms for other people's voices can be heard via music, rap, singing, whether it's poetry. Tell us about some of the events that you have had in the past and things that you have coming up where we can support you and be a part.
Yes, definitely. Well, we mentioned the Love Tour that's going to start here in Jacksonville. We have 12 states, so if anyone wants to know about the tour, and I would love to meet you, hug you. I would love for you to come and walk it out with me. Just visit www.walkingthroughit.com. www.walkingthroughit.com. I also will be in Atlanta opening up for Molly Music. So I'm super excited about that. And I will be not only just touring, but I will be making other stops in different cities. So please, they have to definitely go to archercolorrecords.com and to see my calendar there. I will be attending some city events such as the Jazz Festival, the Essence Festival, and things of that sort. So you're going to see me somewhere. If you don't see me in music, you're going to see me in business, or you're going to see me at Kiss My Grits.
Yeah, tell us about Kiss My. Look, everybody, we've been talking about music, we've been talking about pastoral, her family. She has a restaurant.
I do.
Oh, I could cook too.
She does amazing. Tell us about Kiss My Grits. Listen, since you saw us last week,
I know. I'm so excited for you guys.
so God has blessed us to have our restaurant on the golf course here at Cecil Field. So I had a passion for grits because my mom did it. We were very poor, but every Friday we were going to eat grits and fish, and that was like going to Red Lobster to us. I'm like, fish and grits. And so I always loved grits, but Kiss My Grits is something that came up a few years ago. The same person, I don't want to keep acknowledging.
Okay, it's okay.
I told them about it, and they was like, it's not going to be anything. But as you can see, it's everything. So I said, I love grits, and I came up with other creative ways of making grits. So I have the cheesy grits, the garlic grits, the sweet grits, the buttery grits, the mixed grits. And now we're going to be introducing, our grits and gravy. So it is.
You didn't bring that.
No, I
You
didn't.
didn't bring no grits and fish. It's okay though. We are allowed to redeem ourselves.
I'm going to do that. I'm a redeemer. I am going to, right now, we're kind of in the process of now still working on the building, basically. So as soon as it opens, I'm going to be in contact with you. We have to come and do something special. We have a major after party coming. The city has contracted all their events at my restaurants for the coming year. God continues to just show his favor. So you all got to come to Kiss My Grits.
Yes. So we have one more song, and it's called Just Give Me That. And I feel like that is exactly what that needs to be our mantra. Just give me that.
Yeah.
Just tell me how, again, just the title of the song alone, I like it. Just give me that. I just give me that.
It came because Let 'Em Talk was a song that I needed to redo. And so when I went in the studio to redo Let 'Em Talk, it did not come out right. So my record label was there. They were there. Dr. Archer's like, don't give me that. Don't give me that. What you woulda, coulda, shoulda did. I need you to da 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 da. And so while he's telling me what I need to do, I was like, give me that word. I told you experiences and things. It's just
Nothing wasted.
Nothing is I love that. It's nothing. So while he's like writing a song while I am putting in order, and I'm like, and I had that song done within 3 weeks.
Wow.
And I wanted it to be about praise. Don't tell me what you woulda, and that because I'm a worship leader, I'm a praise leader, and it bothers me to hear praise and worship. It's like, come on, stand up, clap your hand, da da da. God is being too good, and I want to know you're more than just one who just like ushers praise physically. But if you get to the fire, people will get in the fire with you. So I'm like, please, don't give me that woulda, coulda, shoulda. Give him praise. He deserves it. You know how good he's been. You know what he's doing and what he's going to do. He's the same God then as he was on yesterday. So give him that praise. Just give it. I'm telling them, come on.
And here it is. Lady C, just give me that. Just give it that.
I'll do it. Y'all ain't come here just for me.
I love that. Because as worship leaders, we do, because not everybody comes with the right attitude posture to the house of the Lord. So it's like, come on, everybody, give God praise. Hasn't it been God's gift? Didn't he wake you up? And it's like, we still got to give it to him. Come on, give it to him. You made your way in here. You know why we're here. You already know why we're here. So just give him that. Just give him that. Hey, just give him that.
That's what
hey, just give him that.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna pray.
Hey,
I don't know where. This and the jumping all day. I'm in my own way.
just give me that. Hey.
You can do me up. You can do it all day. You can do it with you. Can't praise him dead, y'all. Can't praise him dead.
Hey.
Give it up.
Just give me that. That's what God is saying. Just give me that. That's what He's saying. Give me that. Just give me that. Just give me that. Hey.
That's how you like it.
Hey. Hey. Just give me that. Just give me that. Just give me that. Just give me. And your music, I mean, it's so captivating and catchy. Like,
Thank you.
even like we were talking about earlier, you know that's how you know you got a winner. When it's like you just put all into it, it's like, oh God, what is this? I don't know what it is, but hey.
Yes. Like, don't give me a sorry clap. Keep over here.
Hey. Hey.
Don't give me that.
Just give me that. How can people find your music?
They can find it on all digital outlets.
Okay.
Every one of them.
Hey, hey, hey. Hopefully, during that song, you gave him what he asked for. He said, just give me that. And that's that praise for all the things that he has already done. And, come on, we can give it to him in advance.
Come on.
For all the things that he's going
to do.
Because he's going to do some good things.
Yes,
I love
yes,
that.
yes.
Lacey, thank you so much for being on the In the Know Radio Show and blessing us today. How can people keep up with you and where can they get your music?
Yes. You can keep up with me real simple on all social medias. I am Lady C Jax. I am Lady, the letter C, J-A-X.
Okay.
That's on every platform. And you can find my music on all major digital outlets. I'm in 287 countries.
Ooh, come on, 287 countries. Come on.
Yes.
Wow, what
Yes.
faithfulness. I
Yes.
thank you so much. Will you come back on the show?
I will.
Yay! She's going to come back on the show. And thank you all so much for listening to the In the Know Radio Show. I do hope you are enjoying the guests that are coming on this show. Most right here from Jacksonville, Florida. Make sure you patronize their businesses, patronize their music, support, and show up. You can keep up with me on social media as well. That's Michellita, Michellita, Taylor. That's on Facebook and Instagram, and also my website, tailormadevoices.com. Hey, you go out there and bloom today and give him the praise for all the things that he's done. We'll see you next week.
So much.
Yay!
You are so eloquent.
You
are like touch me. I need some of that. Oh my God.
It's the Lord, because like we talked about earlier, I was telling Misha about it. You know, the things that God has called us to do is the very thing that I was scared to death to do. Speaking in front of people, like all the palpitations, the bubble guts, all the things. I was definitely afraid to. And it was the same, yes. And the more that I did it, the more I just would feel literally the tangible presence of God. He is with me, literally speaking through me.
Yes.
Even when I didn't feel like doing it, it was like, I'm tired, I'm not feeling my best.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, here we go, let's do it.
Wow.
So it's him, and I know you know that feeling.
I do.
Because you're a minister, and you know that this is God's word. This is truly me laying myself as a living sacrifice to him in this capacity. Yes. And if people are blessed by it, I pray you guys are blessed by it. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes. Again, YouTube at Taylor Made Voices. You'll be able to catch up on all of the shows, including this one on Wednesday, okay? But thank you so much. You'll get all of Lady C's information in our post letter today. Have a great day, guys. Bye.
In the know, 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 in the know.
This is a place to be. Turn your radio station to victory. But the Spirit of the Lord is liberty. Tune in to the station that set you free. We going up right now. Please tune in, don't touch that dial. We so blessed that you wanna know how. Not talking, we just living out loud.